Hello folks, welcome to the Tuesday forecast. So here is the euro and the US dollar, and let's get right into the analysis. So there were no trade opportunities for this pair. For me personally, I did stay out of all of the potential setups. Now I am seeing some volatility here. I'm also seeing the overall market condition being, I would say, more range bound at this current point. We also got this V reversal, so I'm expecting a larger range at this current point and in this current area. We did get this nice push up, then a pullback, then we kind of continued, but then we created a huge wick and just created a aggressive retrace and also a smaller V reversal on the smaller scale. So I am expecting something like this for the future. What I'm looking for in the next couple of days is to get that nice push up and for a nice trend to start to the upside, or a nice push down and a nice trend to start to the downside. So nothing currently. This current price action is pretty bad and is not giving me any confidence to take any trades, but it's expected of Mondays and Tuesdays, so those days are predominantly range bound. Let's wait for tomorrow and let's see if we get some nice moves up or some nice moves down. For the euro and Japanese yen, there are some opportunities and some trades that are worth discussing. So first one would be this one on the top. Now for this particular trade, I did have a pending order on at this level and I did get tagged in, but then as the trade went running, I kind of was really hesitant and went through my checklist again, and I just was very hesitant about the trade. I did not like that there was no inside bar right here, and this break was just not that good, so I closed it for around break even. So yeah, I was in the first I would say a couple of minutes I was in the trade, but then I did close it for a break even because I was really hesitant, and I went through my checklist again, noticed that there was no inside bar. It was also Tuesday, so and the break was not that big, so by combining those factors I just did not want to take that 1% risk. So that was kind of a trading mistake on my part, but I did manage to get out at around break even, and I did manage to stay out of a full 1% loss. So that's what I'm kind of implementing for the future. I will definitely go through my checklist, and if I'm hesitant like at all, I'm definitely not taking the trade. So I just need to be 100% confident in taking those setups. So what I was seeing at first, I was seeing this nice uptrend. I was seeing a nice push up at this point right here, also nice push up and then a small pullback, and then we continued with a one candle push and got a clean close. So for me personally, this was an okay close. There was no wick, which was a really good sign, but what they really wanted to see is an inside bar right here. So on the euro and the Japanese yen, I noticed that if there is an inside bar, then the entry is much more high probability and we are much more likely to continue, so to tap that inside bar and just continue. Whereas here, where my entry was at the most recent high, it is not as a high probability entry as if there was an inside bar at this area further down. So yeah, the factors that I was hesitant about, and why I stayed out of the trade. First, it was Tuesday. Oh no, sorry, it was Monday, and on Mondays usually trades fail and we get more of a range bound market. And then the second thing was that there was no inside bar. Instead, we took it from the most recent high, so that it makes it a little less high probability, especially on the euro and the Japanese yen, because it tends to just to retrace more aggressively. It tends to do something like this, especially when we get a clean close one candle push. It just tends to retrace a bit more, stop us out, and then continue to the upside. And the third reason was that this break was borderline, so it was enough, but not that good. So maybe if there was an inside bar and if it was Wednesday, Thursday or Friday, I would consider taking it. but because it was Monday and because we took it from the most recent high this break was just not enough. So I did at the end stay out of this particular trade, and it did become a losing trade. So that was good that I did follow my plan, and that I did notice I was hesitant. So something that did help me was I created like a checklist on my phone. So I need to go through the checklist before taking a trade, and then on it I have a couple of questions like what day of the week is it? Is it an engulfing pullback? Is there an inside bar? And is it a no-brainer trade? And for me personally, this wasn't a no-brainer trade. It was more of a valid trade, and I was hesitant. So that's why the checklist was really good of keeping me out of this setup in the end. So that's it for this particular setup. And then another setup did form further down. So what happened? We broke the high, retraced, then we broke the low, retraced, and then we broke the low again, retraced, and then pushed up, got a clean close. Now at this point, maybe some people were seeing this as a descending structure. So maybe some people were seeing this as a descending structure and then a reversal up and a clean close. But for me personally, we were kind of stuck in a range, so I wanted to see one more candle continue up. That's why this did not fit my plan. I wanted to see another push to the upside just to clear this range area. So because we broke the high retrace, broke the low retraced, I was expecting a larger range, so I did stay out of this particular setup. It would tag you in with this candle, then broke the high retrace, broke the low retrace, then it would take you out for a small loss. So yeah, I was not in that trade, but now we are kind of continuing up. So that's what I was talking about. Usually when we have an inside bar, we don't have an inside bar in this case. It just aggressively retraces, taps it, and then continues up. So maybe if there was an inside bar here, I would be more interested, but I would not say because we were range bound. But I just wanted to note that EJ likes to kind of aggressively retrace with a deeper retrace, and then it continues up, as we can see in this particular case. So currently I'm waiting to see what will happen. We are stuck in this range and are now breaking out. So we do have liquidity areas below and above the range. So let's see what happens. Let's see how we reach those areas. Currently what I don't want to see is just a straight break and a retrace. I would like to see it continue up and then give me a nice flag or a nice break and retest, or maybe for it to start trending up. Because before this range we were definitely moving to the upside. So let's see if this momentum will continue at this particular point, but we need to see the candle after this one. Does it continue, or does it retrace back and just continues ranging like this? So yeah, that's what I'm expecting on this pair. Also I'm seeing if maybe we start to ascend, and then I'm looking for that reversal to the downside like this. Or if we start to descend, I am then looking for a reversal to the upside like this. So that is it, and let's move on. Aussie US dollar. So there was an opportunity to enter, I believe, right about here. So this would be your entry area. Right here. Now I did stay out of the trade because I did not want to get tagged in with a V reversal or this aggressive retrace. I wanted to see it kind of descend to the entry area, so I did stay out of this particular setup. And now what we got is we got a V reversal, and when we get a V reversal, what I'm expecting that high probability setup where we get the range, we get a push down, and then we get a flag to sell short. I'm also seeing if maybe this continues with a large push, and then we can sell on a nice downtrend or something like a break and retest trade, or if we get another V reversal to the upside, and then we push up and we look to buy. So that is about it for AU. Currently nothing spectacular here, just volatility and no clear direction, just kind of stuck in this flat area here. AJ, same story. So I was not looking for any setups at this point. We did have a nice trend start here, but unfortunately we broke the high and we retraced, so that was a big warning sign. And then we just kind of continued down, broke the low, retraced, broke the high with momentum, but then retraced, and we got that V reversal, same as on AU. So I'm expecting a range, I'm expecting a push down and then a flag to sell short, or maybe a straight momentum down from here, also a flag, or that push up where we get another V reversal, something like this. So I just want to see this clean up, and I just want to see price move away to the downside or to the upside, move far away from this structure. That is it for AJ. GU looks pretty crappy, so it was in this corrective ascending, which I was not interested in taking any trades at that point. For GU, I'm only looking for large momentum, a small candle pullback, and then a nice continuation in one direction. So what I'm looking for is large momentum, small pullback, and then a nice break and retest trade, or a nice really clean flag like this nice clean small flag. So what I'm looking for at this point is I'm looking for that momentum down and then to sell short, or I'm looking for that V reversal, range, push up, and then a flag to go long, or a break and retest also to go long. But yeah, I'm not really expecting anything to happen at this point. I'm just seeing what will happen in the next couple of days, because those setups usually tend to take a bit of time to form, and we need to have a perfect setup with that perfect large momentum. And now for the last one, NJ. So this one was really good and trending to the upside. We did break out of this structure, so we did get a break to the upside right here. We got some really nice momentum, then we kind of got a pullback, got a flag here. I did stay out of this flag, so this would have been the entry area for the flag, but it did not fit my plan because we got this aggressive retrace right here. We got an aggressive retrace, small pullback, another aggressive retrace. So for me it was just not a clean flag to take. And then we continued up, broke the high, retraced, and now we got a V reversal. So let's see if this will just go back into this overall range and just continue ranging around, or if this will actually continue pushing to the upside. I don't want to see it retrace back. That would be a big warning sign. I'm not looking for any trades in that particular case, but if we do get maybe a nice, let's say, V reversal here that we got, nice range, a nice large impulse down, I would be interested in taking maybe a flag or a nice break and retest if a trend starts. But the best possible scenario for this would be if we just continue pushing up and getting those break and retests, or those nice flags and just trending to the upside. So let's see if this push from the range will continue, or as I said, if it will just retrace, then you know to sit in your hands and just be more patient. That is it for the forecast. I'll see you guys tomorrow, expecting some nice moves tomorrow. So Monday and Tuesday have almost passed. The range bound days have almost passed. So this is the exact example that I was talking about, that Mondays and Tuesdays can be range bound. So we can have an opportunity, but then it just kind of, as we saw here, fizzles out. Then we got another opportunity, but it just kind of ranged around. That is a typical behavior for a Monday or a Tuesday. So yeah, let's see what happens for the rest of the week. I'll see you guys in the next forecast.